Last time, when the chamber from Alpha Earth and the chamber from Omega Earth worked together and successfully sabotaged the Everett Linde facility. While the personnel tried to evacuate, there was ultimately nothing that could be done in the wake of the destruction. It is assumed that most of the scientists who worked there died that day. Killjoy expresses her sorrow and lamentation in a voicemail to Brimstone, dropping into tears as she considers the incredible loss of life and scientific research that the disaster caused. Despite the odds, Ruben and Oran are thought to have somehow escaped the explosion by fleeing to Omega Earth, likely being the only survivors of the explosion. Having spent about a year in battle with the Valorant Legion, the team decided that they'd spent long enough on defense and began to make preparations for a counterattack. Brimstone set Killjoy working on reconstructing a portal that could traverse between the Earths. However, since the originals were destroyed in the Everett Linde disaster, she was unable to obtain a proper set of schematics on which she can work. Here, Chamber steps to help Killjoy prove himself useful by helping Killjoy with her portal problems. He provided her a set of complete schematics for the portal, likely the same schematics that he stole from Everett Linde before he and his mirror counterpart destroyed the facility. At this point, the agents are unaware of Chamber's history, or that he was the one who had sabotaged Everett Linde. Even a deep search by Cypher brought nothing to light. Then Chamber put forward Neon as a referral for the next agent to be hired.
You okay in there? Come in! I see you've made a few changes.
Yeah, I just...
It's beautiful. Hey, the team's waiting. Brace, you there?
The young Pinoy joins the Valorant Protocol. Her electricity-related abilities came to use beyond the battlefield, as she was able to help Killjoy power the teleportal. Killjoy herself was amazed and fascinated by the raw power that Neon was able to generate, and how the portal can be finished with the help of Neon's powers and Chamber's help. Now, you might be wondering about all the other agents and their roles in this story, like Sova, Raze and Reyna and the rest of them. Well, Valorant lore focuses on the main conflict between Alpha Earth and Omega Earth and the Great Radiant War in the future. Of course, every and each one of them had their own impact on the story, but some of them too little to mention. So I will make a separate video about all the agents who joined the Valorant Protocol in order and their impact on the story. While Valorant Protocol were busy with all that happened so far, and all the damage that happened so far, we can't neglect the public image of the Valorant Protocol, someone called the Blackmailer. Send a few emails to Brimstone, the leader of the Valorant Protocol, blackmailing him. That blackmailer was Fade. She terrorized them with a long blackmailing attack, during which she threatened to reveal all of Valorant's secret information to the public if her demands were not met. Fade initiated contact with the Valorant Protocol through an anonymous email. She was plain with her threats, claiming that she would reveal all of the protocol's secrets to the public. Her intentions for the blackmailing were of a highly personal nature. She did this because she suspected that the protocol was involved in the disappearance of someone close to her, who she only refers to as him. The email sent the protocol into a state of alarm, with efforts and personnel being redirected to handle this threat. Where Cypher claimed that he had discovered her location to be somewhere in Turkey, later narrowed down to be a warehouse in Istanbul. A strike team led by Sova was immediately assembled.
Cypher to all stations. I have a signal. Our blackmailer is headed east.
Aeon, this is Sova. Confirm you have target visual. Ground team, collapse and converge on Sector 4.
darkest fears. Mine would eat them alive.
Together, they managed to apprehend Fade and take her back to headquarters. After her interrogation, the team found out she was also aware of a lot more information that she didn't share with the protocol directly. For example, in her interrogation, she says that she knew of their operating guidelines, the location of the Valorant Protocol HQ, their weapon loadout, and the last 6 months of their mission archives. However, there were also some things that she did not discover. Most importantly, the existence of Omega Earth. With the revelation of the existence of another world, Fade's viewpoints of the protocol flipped, with her now accepting that they were not the ones who took him. Cypher was impressed by Fade's obvious skills at information gathering, goes as far as to suggest hiring her to the team. Acting on this advice, Fade was soon after hired into the Valorant Protocol. Many members were dissatisfied with being asked to trust and work with someone who blackmailed them not too long ago, and Jet herself expressed her views on this in an email to Brimstone. After many struggles and hardships, Killjoy and Neon finally got the teleportal to Omega Earth to start working. As a test, the protocol sent Fade in to do reconnaissance of the landing terminal.
So many places to run from the dark. But it always catches up.
Her trips turned out to be a success, with the inbound zone being mostly abandoned, and Fade being to get in and out quietly. After preparations and practice in the Valorant Protocol HQ,
Team Forge, baby! What the? Alright. Playtime's over. Ready up!
Team Forge? Really?
What? Fire and steel. Come on!
it's clear now that a full mission to Omega Earth was on the horizon. For next time, Alpha will attack.